Hello, trading is closed on January 25th, 2017. As I've said all week, I really have been preoccupied with other things this week, and probably until Monday's close, I'm not going to have as much time as I normally have to look at things. Yesterday, we said there were all kinds of sell signals, and all we had to do was to undercut the day's low to lead to a big drop. We also said if we gapped up over the day's high, it would kill everything, and that's what happened. We had the MEJT target of 2278.83. I got an email about what happened when these things don't work. Well, actually, we had a close yesterday of 2280.07. The target was 2278.83. So what the signal was that we were going to trade lower by maybe 1.25 points and find support there. Anyone who wanted to go short would have to pick a stop which would be commensurate with the potential profit, which means basically there was a target but there wasn't a trade. Anyone who wanted to go long would find that the equivalent price printed in futures, there was support under it. And so even though printing in futures isn't sufficient to satisfy the target, which we have to add to the list, anyone who was smart enough to go long was given a reasonable entry price. During the day, the only thing MEJT had to say was the rally was false, that we would return to this line after this time, which we did. We have mixed signals from today's trade. The pattern usually closes near its low. It's positive unless we gap under the low. We rallied all day and we couldn't close over this high. It's negative unless we gap over today's high tomorrow. Gapping in one direction and trading promptly is good enough as a gap. So the commonest thing is we promptly trade out of the day's range. Next most common is we trade little change and make the big move the day afterwards. Well, what about the long-term pattern? We still technically haven't violated all the stop losses on the DeMark indicators. We actually have a new sell signal on the 30-minute chart. I frankly don't believe it. We had a perfect opportunity for these to pay off yesterday. It didn't happen. Usually when these things fail, and I'm assuming they will fail, they fail in grand style. So I think we're going higher, although it doesn't necessarily happen. It doesn't necessarily have to lead to a higher price tomorrow. I think we have more to go. So until I finish my business for this week, all I'm going to say is I think that we're going higher. I think eventually lower prices will print, but I don't know when. I think the commonest thing tomorrow is we promptly trade out of the range. Next most common is we close little change and make the move Friday. And that's today's call.